Hey guys! Today, we're gonna talk about 5 forgotten features in WoW. Features that has either been removed or abandoned. If you're a veteran player, you might recognize some of them. Number 1. World Defense.
Oh, the channel?
World Defense was a really fun World PP feature that existed back in the day.
I
To
remember
put it
this.
simple, it was local defense, but expanded, so you could see every single alliance.
Yeah,
or
it would
horde.
tell you where world PvP was happening on your server. It would be like in your, it would be in your chat log, and it would tell you where world PvP was happening on your server. And it was abused by spammers. Oh, well then I guess we should just take every channel out of the game then. Yeah, just take them all out of the game. Like, because if that's an issue, then yeah, just get rid of them. I'll turn up the volume.
Tagged NPC that got killed across the entire game. It wasn't even bound to a specific continent, which means you would notice if Stormwind was on attack, while you yourself were in the Nasus. It doesn't have to be explained why it was such an amazing feature for World PP,
It was awesome.
since you know exactly where the
used
enemy
it.
faction is currently invading.
Exactly.
There were a lot of World PP guilds that got great use of World Defense, and some were even created around the feature. They would have people heading out to defend any low-level location that was invaded. This would help people leveling, since if the request giver was being ganked, assistance would come rather quickly. World
guy's
Defense could
just
sometimes
sitting
be a bit spammy, since it counted every single faction tagged NPC,
It's a bot.
even those that are located where the enemy had a quest to do.
Yep.
One example is Deneb Walker in Stormguard. He would be killed a lot,
Oh, I didn't know that
and
one.
always give a notification to everyone that was signed into World Defense.
It's a bot. Yeah, probably.
Sadly, the feature was removed. You used to join the channel with /join World Defense, but it won't work anymore. The command will now only join a custom channel without any features.
That sucks.
After sharding was added back in World of Draenor, the channel didn't work as well, since it reported NPCs being killed that wasn't on your shard. So you would come to a city that wasn't being invaded,
It would say it was
even if
under
World
attack and
Defense
it
said it
wasn't.
was.
So basically, the lack of moderation and CS for the game, customer service for the game, plus sharding killed world defense. That's nuts, man. That's so sad.
It seems like instead of fixing the feature, Blizzard decided to remove it. Thankfully, this is still a thing in Classic.
Yep.
As you can see, I get a notification about the Alliance NPC outside Uldaman
Yep.
while being in Feralas. It seems like you even have permission to talk in it once you reach rank 11 in PvP.
That's really cool.
Hopefully, Blizzard decides to enable the feature again on retail, since both World PvPers and role players would appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's what makes
Number
it a
2.
World of Warcraft.
Gladiators Coliseum. There is,
Bro,
or
have you
was,
guys
an
heard about
amazing
this?
feature during World of Draenor.
yo,
The High Mall Coliseum. It was a
That's
free-for-all
crazy.
deathmatch that you could join if you had built the Gladiator Sanctum rank 3 in your garrison. If you won, you would receive
get
the
the
prestigious
title,
titles
Lord of
Lord
War.
or Lady of War, and the
If you
toy
win.
Warlord's Flag of Victory. There was a chance
get it
of
out of the
additional World
chest.
PP drops as well. Truth is, this feature wasn't removed, but it is almost
Nobody
impossible to
uses
get a
it.
Q pop these days.
yeah.
With the reason being that a lot of people don't know about it, and not many people visit their garrison either, or have the required building for it.
Nobody even cares.
Let's just say, it is pretty abandoned.
That's so sad, man.
However, for this video, I made sure to gather 15 people that had all the requirements to queue up
Oh, wow.
in order to showcase it.
That's awesome. Okay, so there was one in the last 3 years.
It starts with you entering a room with your enemies.
Yep. And you get raised up. This is so cool, man. Does anybody remember the good parts
Then you
of the
wait
game?
for a few minutes
I
before you get
remember.
lifted up to the arena floor.
Yeah, those are the good days, man. To remember back in the good days, man. Man, that was so good, dude. This was one of the coolest things about WoD. And you would go all the way up to the top. I'll just kind of skip ahead for a little bit of this, right?
After 2 additional minutes,
Oh, okay.
the battle begins.
Yeah, it's a complete free-for-all. And like you have like the ogres that are like, and also like it even fit into the lore too, because like in the lore, that's why you fight Kargath in Heimal. Yeah, that's so fucking cool. Yeah, this is badass, right? You didn't even know about this. Jesus Christ, he's getting healed so much. Did you do this on stream one day with viewers? Yeah, I will. This should totally still be a thing. You're right. True and real.
If you get killed, you'll be put at the spectator lobby to see the outcome
You're
of
up
the
the
battle.
top. And then you have like Leroy Jenkins there and other people too. Yeah, it's awesome. 8 gladiators alive. Wait, why does it have an apostrophe S?
It would be great
Okay,
if Blizzard would add an easier way to queue
and then
into
the guy
this.
gives you like
Since it's a waste of
so like the last boss of Highmaul, Emperor Margok, literally he personally gives you a chest. Watch this.
Awesome feature.
He personally congratulates
Maybe even
you
make
and
it
gives
into
you
a
a
brawl.
chest. Look at this. There are 3 people in the same group. You could vote kick players. Yeah.
Especially since most other free-for-all arenas are quite empty these days.
Very true. And yeah, they even talk shit to you in the letter they send you.
Number 3, kiting. Do you ever wonder why you never see kiting anymore in retail?
Because they're
In Classic, you had insane events such as Teramus being kited to Stormwind.
Bro, I remember watching the video of the Teramus being kited to Stormwind and then killing all of the hardcore players. I think that was probably one of the best days of my life watching that video.
Or even demons invading.
Yeah.
Sadly, in retail, kiting is removed. And I'm fairly certain sharding is behind it. Sharding pretty much isolated every zone. And whenever you try to bring an NPC outside of the zone, they will either reset instantly, or follow you 100 yards or so, before they get forced to reset.
I actually think that it's hard, it's like hard caps. Like where basically the NPC can't move too far away from where it was originally at. Like I think that's what they did. They added like hard caps on like NPC kiting, where they would just reset. It's both? Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if it's both too.
You can see in this case, with a spider from Redridge,
yeah,
I can bring them a tiny bit into Elvin. But at one point, they'll head back, while still wanting to stay in combat with me, since my portrait shines red. This reset is not because you failed to keep their attention. It is simply because they can't follow you. I tried it with mind control, to force an orc from Ashenvale to follow me into Ashara.
Okay.
But the moment you change zone, the mind control would break. And the
yeah,
NPC
I think it's as soon as it detects that it's in the wrong zone, it automatically resets it. That's what it's got to be.
will teleport back. The same thing happened while me and Loki tried to kite Orhan Ogreblade to Orgrimmar,
The fuck
in
is
hope
that?
to slaughter everyone there. But you can see, the second the zone changed to Southern Barrens, the NPC disappears, while also
No fun allowed, gentlemen. I had to take a piss. I'll be right back.
being in mind control. Or how about the Balguards in Athrak Mountains?
They got a lot of
They will
health.
despawn shortly after going into Arati, so no epic Stormwind kite can be done here. I even tried a death grip strategy to get NPCs across their reset point,
Yeah,
but
it's
that ended
got to
up
be a
with
hard
them
walk,
evading
man.
and stuck at 2 health.
That's what it's got to be.
Let's just say that kiting is ruined, and in my opinion, it makes the in-game world feel just a little less alive.
Yeah.
It is either sharding causing the issue, or something else Blizzard added, to stop NPCs from being kited too far into a new zone.
I think that's what it is. It's probably
Whatever
both.
feature it
Yeah.
is, it is great if it could be removed, or altered. If it is sharding causing the issue, it would be good if it was replaced by layering, similar to Classic, since kiting is still
True.
present there.
True and real. Real and true.
Number 4. Old treasures. Back in the day, before Cataclysm, there was a lot of amazing items you could get by different means, some of them being rare dungeon drops, or from specific mobs, such as the Chromatic Sword or Papal Fez. A lot of these items were removed, because the NPC you got it from was taken out in the Shattering,
Yeah.
while others weren't able to drop anymore, since the NPCs that carried them
Oh, the
had their
stone.
levels altered. One example of this are all the rare items inside Uldaman.
Oh,
A lot
Jesus.
of NPCs in there were
Yeah.
around level 44 back in the day. But after patch 2.3, as well as the Kata pre-patch, the overall dungeon level were lowered drastically. Things that used to be obtained from anything in there started to only drop from specific mobs and bosses. The rarest of the items, for example, Miner's Helm of the Deep,
That's super rare.
which was a unique transmog,
It's worth like $1 million gold or
or the
something.
twink item, Pendulum of Doom,
That's
were
worth like
both too
5
high eye
million.
level for any NPC in there to still drop it. However, there was a source in there that could drop any trash items that didn't have a level, and that was the ancient
The
treasure
chest,
chest
yes.
at the end of the dungeon.
And people would farm this.
There was a massive treasure hunt in some part of the community to find the things that people believed to not be obtainable.
Yep.
I myself did hundreds of runs in hope to get the famous Miner's Helm of the Deep. As you can imagine, they went for insane amounts on the auction house.
Yeah. It's like
These
5
days,
mil.
It seems like some of the old rare items has been added back and can drop again from mobs.
They added the sparkle sword. What's it called? Chromatic blade. They added the chromatic blade back into the game and a handful of other ones, like the Mogrosh toothpick and a few other ones.
So they didn't use to drop them. I am unsure if Blizzard manually added them back, or if the level scaling and level squish both helped to make them more obtainable. Still, they have an insanely low drop rate,
Probably
depending on
they
the
added
item,
them back.
can sell for millions of gold.
Yeah.
Let us see. If you ever have all the old items from before Cataclysm,
Jesus.
Or if zombies stay lost in time.
That's nuts. It's so expensive.
Number 5. At War. At War is a feature not many people think about. It is an option in the reputation panel, where you can decide if you want to be able to attack NPCs of a certain faction. Let's say,
I
for
feel
example,
like the at war feature, like this is one, like the other 4, I would like, yeah, definitely add those back into the game, like 100%. But the at war feature, I feel like the only good thing about this was you were able to kill quest mobs and annoy people, which like, nah, we don't need this.
If you are really annoyed at that one quest giver, you can just end up slaying them.
Yep, there you go.
It is a solid RPG
you did
element.
It for sure.
And a lot of old factions in Classic has this option. All the Goblin factions,
yep.
Argent Dawn,
yep.
Cenarion Circle used to be an option, but it seems to have been removed on retail.
Oh, I wonder why.
A fun thing this enables is for you to get your reputation increased with certain factions you might not think about being friendly with. Such as the Bloodsail Buccaneers.
Yeah, I really like that.
Which is essential for the Bloodsail Admiral title. The insane title.
Having some things like this is really cool.
As well as some clothes. It will even make the boat into a rested area.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'd never heard that.
Which is not
before.
the case if you ain't friendly.
Holy shit, that's crazy.
At War will even allow you to slay Ravenhold embassies and get your reputation to neutral with Syndicate.
Yep.
A faction which gives you no rewards at all, except you being able to brag about being one of the few people not hostile to the bandits.
What an idiot.
I'm still working on this grind on my Paladin, since it takes a while to bring you up from hated. If you ain't careful, however, you might end up hated with a faction you need to do a quest with.
Oh jeez, yeah.
Which was the case for me.
See, that's the thing is, like, how many of you guys got hated with like the Goblin factions, and then there was like a random Goblin next expansion that you had to interact with and you couldn't because you were hated? Yeah, that's probably another reason why they got rid of it.
Paladin, with my Azeroth quest turn in during BFA.
Yeah.
A quest I still haven't done.
Just like
These
that.
days, the feature is not really used.
Yep, just like that.
There are barely any factions added after vanilla that will allow you to go at war with them. Even worse is that the few you're able to go to war with won't make any difference, since the NPCs stay friendly to you.
Yeah, it sucks.
And when they added the Paladin Order Hall, they even bugged up Bly's Hope Chapel. The guard NPCs there are no longer hostile, not even if you attack enemy players or quest givers.
Nope. It's just, it's
Hopefully,
completely forgotten.
That war feature can be expanded upon someday. Maybe make it so you can grow a reputation to have your own third faction, similar to being friendly with Syndicate.
I feel like this is something we'll probably see a lot of in a game like Ashes of Creation, but I think WoW is kind of past this point. Yeah, WoW is like, it's past this point.
I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more.
It's a good video. I like the video, for sure. Yeah, I mean, overall, I enjoy these kinds of videos a lot, especially, like, it's got just the right mix of, like, nostalgia with, like, thinking about, like, oh, man, this would be, like, really cool, etc. It's, like, it's really good for, like, nostalgia and conversation. I just linked the video in chat if you guys want to watch it and give them a follow or a like or anything. But I did really enjoy this video, man. And Infinite AoE, I've seen that one too. Yeah, I watched that one actually this morning in bed. And I was in the Coliseum part of the video, Pog. Oh, you're the Warlock. Yeah, I see you. Yeah, there you go. And either way, I don't know. There's a lot of things like this in WoW that I just wish they would add back into the game. I wish they would just add them back in and give people the opportunity to play the game in its old way, you know? It was really cool. Like, I wish they would just take more chances and try to have more fun. Because I think that we don't really have as many chances. We don't really have as many instances of like, just straight up raw fun nowadays, right? It's all part of a system, part of a grind, part of an ideology, part of a game design philosophy. And there's not really a whole lot of elements of fun, I feel. There are some exceptions, however. And I think those exceptions are ones that people really enjoy a lot.